Uh, we are still on present tenses. If you remember, we learned about the present simple, the present continuous, and as number 3, we have the present perfect. Present perfect tense. Or present perfect simple. For the use, generally we use the present perfect simple for expressing actions which started in the past but which have a result on the present, or which we say which are leading up to the present. Okay, for actions, okay, which started in the past and leading up to the present. Okay. As an example, we can say Messi has ever played for Barcelona Football Club. Okay? What does it mean? Since Messi came to Spain, until now, he has ever played for Barcelona. The action started in the past and leads up to the present, has a result on the in the present. Now for the formation, yes, for the formation, we have affirmative form. The affirmative form of the present perfect simple is subject plus, remember, for the present continuous we use the auxiliary to be, but for the present perfect we use the auxiliary to have. So we have subject plus have or has plus past participle. Past participle. Okay, affirmative form. Subject plus have or has plus past participle, we generally call the PP, the past participle. Example. Okay, I have already finished my homework. You see, subject I have already is the time marker, and finish is the past participle of the verb to finish. You add ed and you have the pp of to finished my homework. J'ai déjà fini mes devoirs. We can also give another example with has. You say, okay, Abdul has never eaten Okay, pizza. You see? It's kind of negative sentence, but we have Abdu, the verb is positive. Abdu has never eaten. Has eaten. Here we have subject Abdu plus has, never is a time marker, and eaten is the past participle of the verb to eat. What does it mean? It means that since Abdu was born until now, since he was born, it is in the past until now, he has never eaten pizza. Okay, so you see, we come back to the use action we studied in the past and leading up to the present, which has a result in the present. Okay, after this affirmative form of the present perfect, now we move to the negative form. The negative form. Okay, the negative form. We have subject plus have not, and have not, when we contract it, we have haven't. Plus and or haven't or has not. When we contract has not, we have hasn't. Plus the P or the past participle. The past participle. Example. We haven't, okay, haven't plus past participle. To visit, we have visited. We haven't visited. What? The Victoria Falls. Yes, yet. We haven't visited the Victoria Falls yet. Here we have the negative form of the verb to visit with the subject we. We can also say, okay, Julie hasn't. Okay, haven't traveled to, hasn't traveled to, haven't traveled to Paris. Julie hasn't traveled to Paris. Julie, subject, hasn't, to have in the negative form, plus the PP of the verb to travel, which is the regular verb. We have Julie hasn't traveled to Paris. You see? So dear students, here we have the negative form of the present perfect simple. And after the negative form, we move as we did for the other tenses, we move to the interrogative form. The interrogative form of the present perfect simple. We have the interrogative for this form, the first thing we write is the auxiliary. The auxiliary to have. We have or has. You see, I wrote have, has with a capital H because they are at the beginning of the sentence, and we know a sentence, begin with a capital letter. So we have or has plus subject plus past participle. Okay, plus extension, and never forget the question mark. Example. Okay. Have you ever been to London? Have you ever been? Have you ever is a time marker. Been is a PP to London. Have you ever been to London? We have the interrogative form of the verb to be in the present perfect simple. Another example, has. Okay. Remy. Has Remy watered the garden? Has Remy watered the garden? Here we have the verb to water. To water is a regular verb. That's why we have ed here. We have has Remy, the subject, and the PP, the past participle of the verb to water, is watered. So we have has Remy watered the garden. We have the present perfect simple in the interrogative form, just like this. You see, I put it in red because just to bring your attention here, you have to never forget the question mark because we have an interrogative sentence. Good. This is the interrogative form of the present perfect simple. And after that, we move to the interrogative sentence, as we did for the other tenses. The interrogative, yes, the okay, negative form. Yes, for the interrogative form, we bring back again the auxiliary to have, but to have in the negative form. We have haven't. Haven't is a contraction of have not. Haven't or hasn't. Okay, plus subject plus the PP or the past participle, and plus question mark. Example. Haven't the students had an English test or a test of English? Haven't the students subject had to have PP? Okay, haven't the students had an English test? Another example with hasn't, you can say hasn't doctors hasn't the doctor, okay, given you any medicine. Haven't the doctor given you any medicine? It's okay. Question mark. We have an interrogative sentence. Okay. Hasn't the doctor given you any medicine? Interrogative of the verb to give. To give. The PP of to give is given because to give is an irregular verb. It doesn't take it. So here we have the interrogative form. To come back to this tense, as we used to do, for each tense there is what we call there are what we call the time markers. So the time markers of this tense, okay, the time markers okay, some say also the time indicators because they indicate the time, the tense. That's why they are called the time markers. For the present continuous we have, so among others we have already, déjà, okay, already, déjà in French. We have never, we have ever, we have just, never, jamais, jamais also but positively, just, we have it's the first time, it's the first time, okay, it's the first time, c'est la première fois. We have so far, okay, pour l'instant. We have yet or not yet, yet or not yet, okay, already, never, ever, just, it's the first time, so far, okay, etc. These are the main time markers among others which indicate the present perfect simple. Okay. For the present perfect simple, there is another form we call, or another tense we call the present perfect continuous. It's no longer the present perfect simple, but the present perfect continuous. When we say continuous, it means that we need the auxiliary to be to conjugate or to form this tense. The present perfect continuous, we can use it as number. Yeah. Number 3, or we can say number 3 or number 3 or number 4. They are the same. The present perfect continuous. Okay. For this tense, as for the present perfect simple, this one, we said it is a tense which an action which started in the past leading up to the present. But for the present perfect continuous, it is a tense which started in the past, okay, leading up, which is present and maybe which leads to the future. Okay? We say for expressing an action or a fact which started in the past, okay, and leading up to the present or even in the future. It's okay? You can give an example. Okay, so I can say, as a student, I am in troisième classe. Remember, in Senegal, many schools start learning English or in the from first form, sixième classes. You come from sixième. After sixième, you move to cinquième, quatrième, troisième. How many years? We have 4 years. So I can say I have been learning. You see, I, subject, have been learning English for 4 years now. I have been learning English for 4 years now. I studied in the past and I'm still learning English right now, and I have to learn English until my terminal class. So the action moves to the future. This is the present perfect continuous. And for the formation, it's okay. We have subject, affirmative form, okay. We have subject plus have or has plus the PP of be, being, plus the verb in the ing form. Okay? Example. The boys have been playing football for hours now. You see, the boys have been playing football for hours now. They started playing in the past, they are still playing, and the action is moving to the future because they haven't finished yet playing. So the boys have been playing football for hours now. This is the present perfect continuous in the positive or affirmative form. Another example, I can say Sally, okay, has been, have been, okay, cooking, okay, yasa for, okay, 6 or 5 hours now. Oh, it's too much, but we can say for 2 hours now. Sally has been cooking yasa for 2 hours now. What does it mean? It means that Sally started cooking in the past and she's still cooking and the action is not ended yet or has not ended yet. So we have the present perfect continuous. The action is leading to the future too. This is the present perfect continuous. So we have or has plus been plus verb ing form and form plus extension. That's it. This is the negative, the affirmative form. Now we move to the negative form of the present perfect continuous. Negative form. We have subject plus have not. or haven't, or hasn't, plus been, plus verb in the ing form. Okay? Example, I can say I haven't been helping my mother, I haven't been helping my mother. Another example, you can say Fanta hasn't been typing the report. Fanta, subject, hasn't been plus verb ing form, the report plus the complement. Fanta hasn't been typing the report. This is the present perfect continuous in the negative form. We move to the interrogative form. Interrogative. The interrogative form, we start with the auxiliary. Have or has. Have or has plus subject plus been plus verb in the ing form plus question mark. Example, have you been watching? I'm sorry. Have you been watching a movie? Question mark. Okay? Have you been watching a movie? Have, here have you. Subject, been, plus verb in the ing form. We have the present perfect continuous in the interrogative form. We can give another example with has. Okay? Has Robert been writing a novel? Has Robert, subject, been plus writing, verb in the ing form plus question mark. This is the present perfect continuous in the interrogative form. Finally, we move to the interrogative form. All right, some may say that the lesson is too long because we care about your understanding. We want you to succeed. All right, so here we have the formation of the negative form. So okay, as usual, auxiliary but in the negative form. Haven't or hasn't, okay, plus been plus verb in the ing form. Extension and plus question mark. It's okay? Example, haven't. They haven't they been performing at the concert? Yeah, I'm asking about a group, yeah, a band, just like you know, the Super Étoile or the, you know, I don't know, the other band from the other singers. Haven't they been performing at the concert? At the concert, so we have interrogative. Another example, hasn't Binta been haven't Binta been doing her exercises hasn't Binta been doing her exercises? Here we have the interrogative form. Just like for the present perfect simple, we have so many time markers. We have for, since, already, ever, never, just, it's the first time, so far, etc., etc. For this, we have for or since. The time markers. We have for, okay. We can also have for now. We can also have since. Okay? We didn't write for and since in the present perfect simple, but they are also indicators of the present perfect simple. For and since. It's okay? So we have for now, or since. These are the time markers of the present perfect simple. Thank you, dear students. Thanks again, and see you soon.